July 12, 1951, Madison Square Garden, New York. Rex Layne from Lewiston, Utah, meets Rocky Marciano of Brockton, Massachusetts, in a scheduled 10-round bout to select a contender for the heavyweight crown held by Ezzard Charles. Announcer Johnny Addy in the ring preliminaries introduces Patty DeMarco, later to become lightweight champion of the world. There's Rocky Marciano acknowledging cheers from the crowd. Rocky weighs 185.5 pounds tonight, 7.5 pounds lighter than Layne, who scaled in at 193. They meet at the center of the ring for instructions from referee Mark Kahn. Standing with his back toward us, hands on hips, is Charlie Goldman, Marciano's trainer. He shakes hands with Rex Layne's manager, Marv Jensen. And now, round one. Immediately, they go to close quarters. Marciano in dark trunks has short arms. His reach is only 67 inches, 8 inches shorter than Layne's 75. So it's to his advantage to stay in close. Rocky pressuring. Marciano misses a left hook, and Layne answers by punching back to the head. Layne's the favorite tonight. Ringsiders are still talking about the way this 23-year-old slugger knocked out hard-punching Bob Satterfield and outpointed an old cutie like Jersey Joe Walcott, who later was to become heavyweight champion of the world. Layne tries a right to the head. That's his most damaging punch. Watch him and you'll see him throw that right again. And again. Because of that powerful right, and because he emerged from the same Rocky Mountain district that produced Jack Dempsey, Layne has been compared with the Manasseh Mauler. You remember Dempsey had a devastating right, too. Marciano working on Layne inside with short hooks to the jaw and body. He has a big right-hand punch, too. Layne bullies Marciano to the ropes. Working on the body, he makes Rocky miss with both hands. Later on, we'll find Marciano, the smaller, lighter man, doing most of the bullying. Layne tries another right, but Marciano moved inside the punch. Rocky about to miss a right uppercut, but he connects with a left to the jaw, and they go to close quarters, each man seeking an opening. Have you noticed Layne is carrying a bit of excess suet? He's heavy around the midsection, an indication he may not be in peak condition tonight. Watch this left to the jaw by Marciano. At this stage in his career, Rocky was mostly a right-hand puncher, but trainer Charlie Goldman has been at work, developing the slugger's left, and later in Marciano's career, it became a potent weapon. Most of the fighting at short range. There's Layne getting off, as they say in the trade. But you see Marciano well covered, well protected. Marciano, about to miss a right, will land a smashing left hook, followed by a right to the jaw. Rocky much quicker than Layne at following through after a miss. Layne a glancing right to the body. Marciano's been pressuring, so Rex moves him away. Now watch him try another right. Rex Layne punching well and making a strong showing at the end of round one. Round three. A hard left hook to the head by Marciano, and they move to close quarters. So far, most of the fight has been fought at short range. We know why Rocky wants it that way. He has short arms. Apparently, Rex has been instructed to stay in close, too, in order to keep Marciano's long-range guns at a disadvantage. A long overhand right by the Brockton strong boy opened a gash over Layne's left eye in round two. You notice Layne has been fighting from a more pronounced straight-up stance. He has a broad back and heavy legs. Marciano has heavy legs, too. He was a football player in high school and had a tryout as a big league catcher. He says he would have remained in baseball, but his arm went sour. Yet there's nothing wrong with the way he's winging his right tonight. Watch. Marciano's left hook to the jaw forces Layne to the rope. A right uppercut by Rocky before Rex fights his way back and holds. Layne crowding, pushing. See how they keep crowding each other? Neither one giving the other man much room to punch. That's been the pattern throughout these first 3 rounds. A good left uppercut, followed by a right, staggers Layne. I'll keep watching for some of the best action of the fight so far. Marciano, dancing back, prepares to fire a smashing right that buckles the knees of Rex Layne. That punch took its toll, and Layne is forced to hold. Rocky wild with the left as he tries to press his advantage. And now you see the very first sign that Layne may be tiring. He seems to be leaning all over Marciano. Layne tries a right to the jaw and bullies Marciano to the ropes again. Rex is powerful despite his deceiving butterball body. He's 23 years old, 3 years younger than Rocky, but you notice he's a good deal slower in his actions. A ponderous type of puncher, Rex often is slow to react to openings. Rocky, missing with both hands, goes into a deep crouch. But he can't throw any punches from that position. Later in his career, he's to perfect that crouch into one from which he can attack. Both men seem to be floundering at the end of round 3. A round of good bruising action. The fans, some 12,500 of them in the Garden, are enjoying the fight. That's Layne's manager, Marv Jensen, on the right, working on the gash over Rex's left eye. A gash opened by a hard right from Marciano in the latter part of the 2nd round. Bell, they move to the center of the ring, and Layne begins working behind his left. We're going to see Rex change his strategy here in round 4. Instead of working in close, he's going to try to keep Marciano away so that he can get in some long-range shot where he generates power. A roundhouse right by Marciano. No change in his plans. He's going to keep right on crowding, pressuring, firing body blows at close range where he can use his short arms to advantage. Watch those body blows. They're going to take a lot of steam out of Rex Layne. Another power-packed right by Marciano. Both men, remember, are heavy right-hand sluggers. Watch Marciano curl an overhand right around Layne's shoulder, then shove him to the canvas. That was no knockdown. Still, Rocky tries to follow through with another roundhouse right to the jaw. Both men missing. You'll see Layne scoring a solid right to the jaw, and Marciano short with his counter right. Have you noticed right along how Marciano keeps moving in? Even at this stage of his career, he was showing tremendous determination. Watch Layne in white trunks. From time to time, you'll see him hold Marciano, an indication to veteran ringsiders that the Westerner is tiring. Marciano keeps moving in to fire at short range. That's where he wants to be, in close. Watch. A good right to the body by Marciano. Those body blows are taking considerable steam out of Rex Layne, more than he shows. They're all tangled up, neither able to find punching room at the end of round 4. Layne's cornermen are concerned with that gash over his left eye as they remove his mouthpiece. That's Charlie Goldman toweling Marciano's face. Marty Weil, his manager of record, at Rocky's right. For a right-hand belter, it's a serious matter to have his left eye impaired. That's his front eye, so to speak. No wonder, then, Rex Layne's cornermen are so concerned with that cut over Rex's left eye. A cut blasted open by an overhand right of Marciano's in the second round. Layne backs Marciano to the ropes. But you see, he fails to land a single punch. Again, Rocky tries the offensive crouch. And you notice, he keeps his jaw well protected from uppercuts. But his crouch is still a bit awkward. Marciano wings a right that throws him off balance. So far in the fight, he's been missing most of his long-range shots, but that right is the weapon that spells trouble for Layne. Those body blows, too, by Marciano are beginning to show on Rex Layne. Plenty of target for Marciano to shoot at. That Layne's a big, broad boy. A good left hook to the jaw by Marciano. Now you'll see him bounce a right off Layne's head. Another left hook. And another glancing right. Rocky piling on the pressure here in round 5. Layne showed signs of tiring. He's becoming flat-footed. His reflexes are starting to go. It seems to be an effort for him to maneuver now. Watch Layne cock his right, only to catch a haymaker right from Marciano. Rocky beat him to the punch. Definitely, Layne is tired. He's dropping his guard from time to time, if you notice. Both men have been missing hard rights. Mark Kahn, the referee. Watch Marciano wind up a right, then change his mind and shoot in a left. It missed. Rocky still hasn't learned how to handle that left. Not until his fight with Harry Matthews more than a year later did he gain full control of that weapon. Marciano's left merely grazes Layne. He misses a sweeping right, then another left, before Layne ties him up. The end of round 5. Rex Layne's a tired boy as he returns to his corner. Marv Jensen on the right, Layne's manager, is still concerned about that gash over Rex's left eye. Trainer Goldman rubs Marciano's neck and sends him out for round 6, destined to be the final frame in this scheduled 10-round bout to establish a contender for the heavyweight crown. Layne's tired. He's completely flat-footed now. The cumulative effect of Rocky's punches have brought him to the verge of collapse. Rocky jabs with his left, and here it comes. You'll see Marciano fire a long-range right that stuns Rex Layne, and then he crumples forward to the canvas. Referee Mark Kahn picks up the count. It's 10 and out for Rex Layne, who hasn't moved a muscle. He's really out. and Rocky waves a right on high that did the job. He gets a congratulatory kiss from Ali Colombo, longtime friend, assistant trainer, and former manager. Then he circles the fallen Rex Layne, walking off nervous energy. Marciano could probably go another 15 or 20 if he had to. Johnny Addy gives Rocky the time of the knockout before making the official announcement. Here it is, 35 seconds of the 6th round. And Rocky Marciano has registered his 36th victory in a row. He's on his way to the top. For Rex Layne, this is the second defeat in 38 fights, and the first time he'd ever been knocked out. Time was to prove that his fight with Marciano marked the beginning of a downward trail. And so Rocky Marciano emerged a top-ranking contender for the heavyweight crown. What happened after this fight is legend. Even at this early stage in his career, Marciano's fans were legion. Of 12,500 in the Garden that night, some 3,000, nearly 25%, followed their Rocky from his hometown of Brockton, Massachusetts, to cheer their hero in a victory they knew was certain. They shouted his name. They praised him. They waited to tousle his hair. Some even grappled with the police. July 12th, 1951. This was